We're on the record at cause number 326018, the state of Texas versus Cindy Lynn Anderson. Ms. Anderson, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Anderson, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? You may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Anderson? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Boudreaux, how are you doing? That's good. Now, Ms. Anderson, the information alleges that beginning October 15 of 2019 and continuing through on or about December 22nd of 2017, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the offense of theft. The Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Ms. Anderson, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Anderson, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, you're pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Anderson, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor, which is titled the misdemeanor admonishment. And on this document, Ms. Anderson, there are some initials on page 2 of this document. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna show you this document, Ms. Anderson. On page 1 of this document, you see one box check saying that this is a Class B misdemeanor. Recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, Ms. Anderson, are these your initials on the line that says no contingency, which means no contest? And on the next page, page 3 of this document, is that your signature at the top?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that says defendant? And there are 2 boxes that's checked on the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I also have before me a document that is titled the discovery certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection, Mr. Boudreaux? Okay. No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Musgrove, will the state be offering State's Exhibit number 2?
Yes, Your Honor. The state will offer the probable cause affidavit.
Mr. Boudreaux, you have any objections? No, sir. If no objection, State's Exhibit number 2 will also be admitted. Mr. Boudreaux, you have advised and counseled Ms. Anderson. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? No, sir. Ms. Anderson, your attorney, Mr. Boudreaux, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Ms. Anderson, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The state is offering 6 months deferred adjudication, a $200 fine plus court cost, 60 hours of community service, and completion of a theft class.
Ms. Anderson, the state is offering, in this case, that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 6 month deferred adjudication probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $200 and court costs of $337, which comes to a total of $537. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month and a urinalysis fee of $15 each month, and court-appointed attorney's fees of $250, which will have to be reimbursed to the county. This will come to a monthly installment that you'll be required to pay of $235. Ms. Anderson, would you be able to pay the $235 installments? Okay, you will. Now, Ms. Anderson, you will also be required to to perform 60 hours of community service and attend and complete a theft class, as well as you would also have to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of probation. Ms. Anderson, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir, I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Ms. Anderson, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Ms. Anderson, if you successfully complete the probationary period, the deferred probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It would not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure. He is quite competent on these matters. Ms. Anderson, please step on the X next to where your attorney is, and you're gonna stand before the court clerk, follow her directions, and once you're complete, you'll be free to go. Ms. Anderson, please have a good day. And Mr. Boudreaux, you have a good day as well.